Good morning. It is Saturday, July 11th. At the little garden in the city. It's been a little while since I've shot my video, and things have really grown. Let's take a look what's going on here. I had so many tomatoes, I decided I need to put some in pots. So we're using the little old 5 gallons. They're doing well. They'll be a little bit later, but that's okay. We don't need them all coming at once. My dill is just taken over. And it is about 5 feet tall. So I love it. It smells so good. We've got my Roma beans down here. They're struggling a little bit. I think we had some intermittent rain and we didn't get enough, but they're coming back. Another dill. Getting ready to harvest some of those for seeds. The sun is beautiful this morning. And we have my Kajari melons, the ones that I struggled with for so long. I was able to get 2 seeds to germinate. I'm so excited because I have 2 little Kajari melons so far. And I believe I have another one on another part of the vine. But it's really going well. It's going right up the trellis. I'm excited. Then over here we've got our noodle beans. Can you see them? There's one here. These are so good. I have been stir-frying them, and they're hanging so I can pick them from up above. Then I've got another crop of beans, regular pole beans right here. They're going to come a little bit later. So they're young, not quite ready. And then, look at here. I just found this morning. And he is going to get picked today. So this is one trellis that was supposed to be the beans. And this was the cucumbers, so he's crossing the line. Anyway, the cucumbers are doing real well. I have already put up 8 quarts of dill pickles. Here's another one right here. And another little baby behind it. Overhead, there's one up on the top of the trellis. And the bees are busy today. Oh, look at here. She's pollinating. Yay! She's busy. I guess that's where they get busy bees from. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's buzzing around. And we have another one right here. How cool is that? Woo, sun's in my eyes. And the beans on the left side of the trellis, which is what you see here, are going into my cucumbers. So you see I've got some hanging here mixed in with the cucumbers. And over here we've got twins. I got twin cucumbers hanging together. So this is doing great. I'm so excited about this. Overhead we've got a cucumber hanging down there. And there she is again. She's just busy, busy bee. Let me grab my coffee here and we'll walk. And the other dill, I never saw dill grow this large. It's just wild. My chives have just completely taken off here. The peppers, they're going to be a little bit later, but they're doing well. Some are a little small yet. I think they're a little too shaded by my tomatoes and the beans, but that's okay. Here's a couple good ones. These are the striped ones. There's another one down in there. They're good. They're sweet. And there's some green pepper back there. This is another green pepper. Gonna let that go. And the other end of the trellis of the beans is my butternut squash. I'm so excited. I have counted 5 butternut squash. There's a little one right here. It's laying on the stem. But I've counted 5 so far. This one here, I've put in a stocking to support it. And I'm going to let her trail all along the ground here, around the edge of the garden. This is one of my little grape tomatoes I've put into a cage. And boy, does it have the tomatoes on it. So they're going to come. They're already starting to turn red. There's a couple right there. This is my brandywine right here, loaded with tomatoes. I've got a little bit of leaves going brown because I had to spray for the aphids with an insecticidal soap, but it'll recover. It's doing okay. And I'm 5'3". This is about 6 foot, maybe 7 foot right here. This is my yellow pear. And boy, are those little suckers good. I've been picking them. Here's one right there. Are they tasty little devils? So, and I'm really I finally got the aphids under control. Boy, were we inundated with aphids. This one is Mr. Stripey. Look at the size of him. And then this one down here, he's getting a blush color to him. That one's going to be the first one I pick for him, because he's starting to turn yellow. And some of them are a little having a rough time, but they're not dying, so I'm okay. I'm holding out. See what we get. Picked a beautiful Amish pear the other day and had a tomato sandwich. Here's an Amish pear right there that's got some blush going on. We're doing really well. I'm very, very pleased. I finally got the aphids under control. Here's a gold. Oh, and I'll tell you what, that's another good tomato right there. Flavor is exceptional. And of course my beefsteak, I've got one on the counter, and that one's next. Another mater sandwich coming up. And this is also a beefsteak here. Early on, I found some cantaloupe seeds. I thought, oh, I'm going to throw them in the ground. Guess what? These are the cantaloupe. They are like going wild on this trellis. So I'm hoping, I don't know how many I'll get, but we'll see. And the kale's still hanging in there. I did have to spray it with some insecticidal soap, but I'm going to try and keep it going for fall. If I have to cover it with a shade cloth, I will. This is my volunteer tomato that came up in the middle of the garden here. I believe it is a grape tomato, because look at the tomatoes on this. I mean, they're gonna come all at once. There's some right there. I've already picked one off of that. It is just going, it's gonna get higher than the stake, so I'm gonna have to tie it up again. It's tied up once already. And this purple basil, beautiful. I love it. It's got the most beautiful aroma. I don't know if you remember, I had such a rough time with my yellow squash. I put seeds back in the garden, grew them all over again, and here we go. They're coming. There's one over there. I don't know if you can see it. Back in here. And the zucchini, I got one coming right here. That's going to be stir fry real soon. So they're slow because I'm a little bit late getting them to grow. But it's all good. And look at here. We've got the bees busy in that one too. They are working today. Pollinate away. There must be 2 or 3 in that one. How cool. I guess that's where they get busy bees from. And this is the other zucchini. Looks like somebody's trying to find a place to sleep. I got a bunny that's visiting the garden. I've got to get Charlie out here and on watch duty. Here's the other kale on the corner. It's so good. It's the curly kale. It's so good. Oh boy, there's little onions that I put in that I thought would never grow. Check it out. I'm going to have onions real soon because they're starting to fall over, and I'll be pulling them to dry them out. But when you stand back, you see how high these tomatoes have finally gotten. It's amazing. I am very thankful. This is something I just love to do. And it's pretty cool growing your own veggies. That's about it for today, folks. Everybody have a beautiful day, and we'll check back with you later.